Just so the NASA people know, and you probably already know this, but we have something now planned every day of the week except for Thursday. And I kind of want to do a fun thing on Thursday. So yeah, so so give us your ideas. But as of right now, Emily's going to be teaching core. Everything's at 11:15, so you don't have to wonder, okay, is yoga at 11? Is boot camp at 12? So everything will be at 11:15 every day. So Emily's going to do core on Monday. I'll do meditation on Tuesday. She'll do boot camp on Wednesday. Thursday is up in the air. But of course, Friday is yoga. So we're trying to make sure y'all have something to do and a break from your teleworking and just from work and life every day at 11:15. So my thoughts about Thursday, I'd really like to do something fun. So we thought about maybe even cooking demonstrations, just anything. Just something fun. So, you can let us know what you think about that, but we would like to come out to y'all on Thursday with just something fun. So anyway, that being said, we do practice social distancing. I'm not quite 6 feet away because of filming. Emily has her mask on. Normally I do, but because of talking, we obviously not going to do that. But anyway, we do want to say that please continue to wear your mask, wash your hands, and I think that's it. Okay. So if you can do me a favor and come to your mat, and we'll just start to settle. Always remember when you practice yoga that this is a practice that does not involve competition or judgment in any way. So this is just a time for you to get to know your body, what you can do, what you can't do, and being okay with all of that. So I want you to just relax in your position. Remember, we're sitting in here in Sukhasana, but maybe you need to bring your leg back. So as you move through these poses and these postures, just feel free to modify. Emily might even be showing some modifications. Everybody's different, so modify as needed. Never have pain or strain. I want you to come to that comfortable spot, and if you will, just close your eyes. This is Heart Month. And so I want you to concentrate on the center of your chest where your heart is. And as you breathe in, I want you to think about how your heart connects with not only those in the room with you, but with those you're thinking about, with those in even your outside world, your family, your friends, your coworkers. I want you to think about that connection, because we do connect with our hearts, especially when we bring thoughts and feelings together. So I want you to sit for a few moments, concentrate on your breath and how your heart swells and opens as you breathe in, reaching out to others, and then how it relaxes back as you exhale. Think about extending love to others as you open, inhale, and then receiving love from others as you exhale. Take the next several moments to bathe in that wonderful thought of giving and receiving love. as you continue through your practice, I want you to think about each breath. Draw your attention to your breath often. And think, as we just said, about inhaling, taking in love from those around you, not just physically, but those you think of, those you love. And then as you exhale, think about extending love. Let those thoughts help you to have a practice of love today. Take a deep breath in. Allow your face, your head, to climb skyward. So we're stretching here through the anterior portion of the throat. The weight of the head is helping us, assisting us as it draws back. The shoulders soften and relax. The trunk is long and tall. The core is drawn back to the spine. Breathe. Take in another deep breath, and as you breathe out, allow the chin now to float down to the chest. Again, this bending is through the neck, so our body stays long and tall. Our hips, our knees are relaxed, shoulders relax. Pay attention to tension. Notice where you have it that you don't need to, and then notice where you have it where it's a good thing, where you're helping to build muscle and strength. Start to allow the head and neck to flow skywards on your inhale, so connect with your breath. And then your chin to come down on your exhale. Again, lift, breathe in, and release, breathing out. A couple more times, lift, breathe in. Good cleansing breath, and breathe out. Start to allow the chin to move from side to side, that half moon sway, and maybe this is where you stay, but maybe it would feel good to come full circle here, really rotating through the neck, so the bend is in the neck here. Again, the body stayed long, the shoulders are soft and relaxed. Move one way several times and then the other. Really important, especially now, to exercise and stretch through the neck and shoulders, to pay attention to the face, all these places where we've been holding more tension, more so lately as we telework and sit at the computer more than we should. All right, now stop as your chin falls over the left collarbone. And maybe take your right hand and draw it back behind you to open up through the right side of the chest. So important to stretch and open up through the chest here. Breathe. Place the left hand down beside the left side and then lift and lengthen, reaching over with the right arm. So I'm stretching through the oblique on the right here, drawing the shoulder back slightly. Breathe. Maybe even rotating through the wrist here. Remember, motion is lotion, so good for us to move and coat those joints. Release the right arm down, let the chin flow over to the right collarbone, stretching through the left side of the neck, maybe even reaching back with the left arm, opening up as that shoulder draws back. Breathe. So even here, paying attention to tension. Maybe your hips have tightened back up and your knees are lifted, so relax them down. Maybe the opposite shoulder is tight. Release any tension there. Maybe lift up now and reach over the head with the left arm. Feel that stretch now down the left side of the body in the oblique. Draw the shoulder back if possible. Relax through the face. Breathe. Nice. While you're here, allow the left arm to just drop gently to the right knee, and then bring the right arm back behind you as we move into our Ardha Matsyendrasana, half spinal twist. Such a great thing to twist, but remember the hips stay focused forward. We never want to compromise through the lumbar spine. Twists are great, but remember, if they're not good for you, Don't do it. Modify. Maybe don't come so far into it. Now we just switched. So we bring the left arm back behind us, right arm over to the left knee. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Excellent for indigestion. Great to stretch through that spine if you've been sitting for a long period of time. Remember, sitting is the new smoking. So I know you've heard me say it before, maybe not in a while, but still true. We want to get up, we want to move around, we want to stretch. So this is important. This is a gift you're giving yourself today. Okay, now releasing back. Bring your hands to heart center. Maybe setting the intention for your class to be a class of love. Not just one where you think of those that you love, but maybe extending love to yourself, something we don't think of often. But you know, it's much easier for others to love us if we love ourselves. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let go. Let go of all that stuff. Let go of ego, competition. Let go of everything except for a little bit of love for yourself and others for this class. Okay. Now I want you to come with me to your hands and knees. And I want you just to kind of lift up on one knee and then the other, kind of rocking back and forth to really stretch the oblique a little bit more. Start to notice muscles in the legs. Start to notice how you feel that nice stretch in the trunk of the body. Start to notice the weight into the hands here. Remember, if you have problems with your wrists, you can always make a fist. But if you can, I want you to open up your fingers. Thumbs look towards one another. Really feeling that stretch here in the hand. Again, such an important thing to stretch that we don't think about, but we're using the hands a lot on that computer. And then I want you to just start to gently rock back and forth, front and back, just a little bit. Notice how you feel the muscles in the back come into play. Notice how the core is needed here, because you don't want to go too far and you want to stay balanced. So just that simple movement, noticing glutes, notice your core, notice your shoulders. Nice. Now I want you to relax back, hips onto heels. This is your child's pose, Uttanasana. So I want you to feel the stretch in the hands, up the arms and the shoulders, in the back. Really let that back stretch as you're pressing your tailbone down towards the floor, lengthening through that back. Maybe allowing the forehead to relax onto the mat if that's good for you and that's what you need. Child's pose. Remember, you can come here anytime you need to during the practice. If you need rest, come here. Child's pose. Now, I want you to come forward out of your child's pose. And I want you to allow the legs to float towards the floor. This is your King Cobra. Now I want you to ease down as slow as you can, because we're really starting to waken up the arms here. Ease down to the mat into your baby cobra, Bhujang Asana. I have a feeling that I might need to come back a little mat, so I'm going to be a little bit with my mat so y'all can see me here. Stagger with Emily here. Okay, so your baby cobra. Remember your baby cobra. Your hands will have little to no weight on them. And you're really using your core and your back muscles. You should feel strong here. Remember, my head and neck are not tense. I just want to make sure that y'all can see me okay. I have a feeling that Trish, can you see me okay when through there with Teams? I'm sorry, I know y'all are trying to, but I want to just make sure.
Teams is great and sound is great also.
Perfect, thank you. Sorry, just wanted to make sure. Okay, so from your baby cobra, I want you to come back up into your King Cobra. Nice. Now I want you to ease back to your child's pose. All right, now we're going to bring the breath into it here. So I want you to inhale up into your King Cobra. Exhale down, your baby cobra, waking up the arms here, really using those arms. And then inhale back, child's pose. So we'll make this a flow with breath. Inhale up, King Cobra, really lifting the heart here. Exhale down, baby cobra, Bhujang Asana. Nice. Exhale back. Inhale back, sorry, child's pose. Nice, nice stretch. Hold here, really feel that. Now maybe we can add on here. Inhale up, King Cobra. Exhale down, Baby Cobra. Bhujangasana. Curl through your toes. And I want you to inhale up to your plank if you can. If you need to stay on your knees, do it. Exhale, downward facing dog. So in your down dog, I want you to stretch. Stay here for a moment. Let your head relax. Press your heels towards the mat. They may make it there. They may not. It doesn't matter. Just press them towards it. Your hands are shoulder width apart. Feet are hip width apart. Remember, I'm not releasing. I'm not letting all the body weight flow down so much that my shoulders are compromised. So keep your shoulders relaxed but strong. In other words, I'm not sinking with the shoulders. I keep the back nice and long, the arms nice and long. It's your upside down V. Nice. Now flow back forward, back to your plank. Lift back up, King Cobra. Ease back down, Baby Cobra. Start to notice the muscles that you're using. Pay attention to tension. Nice. Lift back and ease into your child's pose. Let's do that again. Nice. Inhale up, King Cobra. Really stretching here. Weights in the hands. Exhale down, Baby Cobra. Using the arms. Maybe you can inhale to a plank, whether it's with your knees, onto your knees, or up into a full plank. Nice. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Inhale back, child's pose. Let's do that one more time. Inhale forward, King Cobra. Notice the back. Notice the core. Exhale down, Baby Cobra. Inhale back up to your plank. Exhale into your downward facing dog. Nice. Pressing those heels down. Breathe. Head is relaxed in between the biceps. Down dog. Such a great thing to do when you've strengthened the back with back strengthening exercises. Just a great whole body. Now walk forward with your feet to your Uttanasana, forward fold. So remember, in your forward fold, you want to keep your body nice and long. So I'm folding forward like a folding table. I don't have to come all the way to the floor. If I want my hands to rest on my shins, they can do that. Remember, we're not competing, especially now, you know, when we're home. Maybe this is why this needs to be like this, because this is good in a way to be on our own and to say, it doesn't have to be a certain way. It just needs to feel good, you know, and we want to recognize and appreciate what we have. All right, Uttanasana. I want you to come up with the reverse swan dive, a nice full body stretch here, and hands to heart center. Nice. If you've lost the breath, come back to it. All right, let's come into a sun salutation. Top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart. Shoulders are back and down. Nice. Inhale up. Exhaling down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling back down. Nice. Inhale, lift your right knee into your chest and exhale back. Now, you're in your lunge. Whenever you're in a lunge, you've heard me say this a million times, but always safety first. You always want joint on top of joint. So my knee is right on top of my foot. If my knee is past my foot, it's too much pressure on the kneecap, and you don't need that. So always remember joint on top of joint, and that will steer you right. So now I'm feeling this in my right leg, in the upper part of the leg, and in the gluteus. You should be too. If that's too much for you, you can always set that knee down whenever we're in a lunge. Now, if you can, and you might need to place your hands on your leg, but if you can, push from your left foot and come on up to your high lunge. Same thing. I'm in a high lunge, basically with my arms, but my legs haven't changed. Same form, joint on top of joint. Breathe. Notice the muscles you're using to balance, to be still. Your hands to heart center. Maybe sink into this just a little bit more. Again, if I need to, I can always set my back knee down. Maybe you can rotate from the waist to the left. Notice how you need to have that weight distributed in such a way so that you can balance. So we notice where we're creating tension and where we don't need to. We're putting weight into that left front foot. Breathe. And coming back. Nice. Maybe we can bring our arms behind us and challenge a little more, because remember, whenever we hover, we are challenging. If that's too much, I can always set my forearms on my upper leg. But if I want to challenge, I'm going to hover, and that's going to utilize my core. And it's going to push a little more weight into that front foot using the muscles in the leg. Breathe. Head and neck relaxed, shoulders soft. Pay attention to tension. Release. Hands back down. My left foot marries my right into my downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Still waiting for Starbucks to name a drink. Adho Mukha Svanasana. I think it'd be a great idea. Flow forward, plank. Ease down, whether it's to your knees or easing down into the mat. Using arms a little more. Pushing into your king cobra. Curling through toes. Your down dog. Breathe. Make sure you breathe. Nice. Let's try that again. A little arm work. Come forward to your plank. You need to set down your knees, you can. Otherwise, bend through the elbows. Easing down. Lifting. King cobra. And down dog. Breathe. So remember, I'm pushing into my hands. My arms are long. I'm not compromising my shoulders. Pay attention to tension. Now I'm lifting the right leg because we always end with the leg we started with. I bring the right knee in and I step forward, not throw it forward, step. Lift and place. So wherever you step is fine. Grab onto the ankle, bring it forward if you need to have joint on top of joint. In your lunge, hold here for a moment. Notice tension. See, that's what this practice is all about. You're noticing more and more your body, what you're doing, tension you're creating that's good and bad. And this practice, and why it's called a practice, is because now we can take this practice out to where we are in the rest of our world and pay attention to our body, and that will keep us from being injured. All right, now if you can, come up, whether it's pushing from the leg or if you're able to lift into your high lunge. Knee on top of foot. Breathe. Try to sink into that just a little bit, pressing that back heel down towards the mat. Hands come to heart center. If you can, slowly rotate to the right now. So we saw where balance really involves vision and movement, right? So a little bit harder when we started to move, when we changed our vision and where we're looking. Notice tension, where we need it, where we don't. And we breathe. Coming back slowly, easing down to your lunge. Remember, lift in place. Pick up your back leg, step forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Your slow reverse swan dive brings you up, hands to heart center. You should have noticed your legs in that sun salutation. All right, top of your mat. We'll do one more. Catch your breath. Take your arms skyward. Swan dive down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Bring your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Press your hands back down. Forward fold. Now it's your left leg that rises and the knee comes into the chest. The leg extends back. Your lunge. Nice. Now, I want you to spin the back foot out so that the toes look to the long angle of your mat. And you might need to climb up by putting your hand on your leg, or maybe you can just lift, push into that front foot. Now you have your warrior legs on. So your warrior legs. Hip is open on the left, knee is right on top of foot on the right. And then extend the arms to either side, coming into warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. So a warrior, you should feel strong here. Strong, confident, and that confidence allows you to be strong but be relaxed at the same time. So you're strong enough to hold this posture, but you're relaxed enough to not cause tension in the shoulders, in the face. You could stand here for hours, just like this. Now I want you to reverse the palm in the front. And I want you to lift that right arm, wrapping the left arm around the back or letting it slide down the left leg, either one. This is your reverse warrior. You didn't lose the warrior legs. You still have tension by pushing into that right foot. But now you're stretching through the oblique on the right. So you want to feel that good tension in your right upper thigh and that leg. You're building strength. You don't want tension in the shoulder. If it bothers you to lift with that arm, tuck it back. Remember, modify. This is your practice. This is your time. Now I want you to come back, warrior two. And I want you to straighten through the leg, coming into your triangle. Start to feel the stretch in your adductor, your right inner thigh. Dropping that right arm down, lifting the left one. Now we're going to bring the breath in and flow. First, I want you to drop that left arm down. Feel the stretch in the back. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Now breathe. Inhale it back up. Exhale, lift. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, your triangle. Stretch through that right inner thigh. Exhale, the arm down, tight core. Inhaling that left arm back up. Exhale, warrior two. The knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, your warrior two. Nice. Now, to open up the hips a little more, I want you to keep the legs just the way they are. So you're going to rotate from the hips. And I want you to let that left arm come around to the front. So now you feel that stretch in that psoas. You've heard me talk about this a million times, but this is really important. This stretch is excellent after you've been sitting for long periods of time. Because when you sit, you're contracting that psoas. You're shortening the muscle. This stretch, moving from your warrior two into your warrior one, lifting the arms up. This is helping to stretch and let go of that contraction. You're lengthening through that psoas muscle. So lift the arms up if you can. This is your warrior one. So now we know that the only thing that's different in a warrior one and a warrior two, as we move back here to warrior two, the only thing that's different is our arms. But a big difference when we move from one to the other. So again, left arm forward, legs stay the same. Start to feel that psoas, that hip flexor. Lengthen, then lift. Warrior one. Nice. Now stay here with the arms, but bring that heel up and place it on the floor so that your foot matches your other foot. Both toes looking forward now. And then come down. Nice. Into your lunge, step back with your right foot to your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Flow forward into a plank. Maybe staying here in your full plank. Maybe you can set your knees down if you need to, or just come to your forearms, a forearm plank. Just like your plank, but on your forearms. Elbows are underneath your shoulders. Remember, if this is too much, set one knee down and lift it up every once in a while. Build strength. Breathe. If you need to make this more challenging, you can open the arms up, place the palms on the floor. Easing down. Lifting the heart here. Place the elbows with the hands. Baby Cobra. Bhujang Asana. Curl through your toes. Push to your plank. Half full lift to your down dog. Now it's my left leg that we finish off. Bring that leg up. Bring that knee in. Step that foot forward. Lift and place. Remember, I don't throw it. I lift and place it. Then I'm picking up my ankle. Finding form. Your lunge. Now I'm going to spin through my back foot. So my toes look at the long angle of my mat. I'm going to turn around just so I'm not back to you. And then I can either walk my hands up to my legs and help myself push up, or I can just lift up. Now I have my warrior legs. Come into warrior 2. So even here, think about reaching out with your fingers. So when we talk about paying attention to tension, if we're truly paying attention to tension, then we notice that we kind of use the shoulders to hold the arms up, don't we? And then that creates tension and fatigue. But if we think about extending and reaching with fingers and softening through the shoulders, how much longer we could stay here, how much less tense we would be in areas that we don't need to be. So you see how this practice helps you pay attention to your body. Okay, so your warrior 2, reverse your hand in the front, lift, lengthen that back arm back down, or wrap it around, your choice, your reverse warrior. Now notice you didn't lose the bend in your front leg. You don't want to lose the weight in that. So it helps you not only to balance, but to utilize muscles in both of the legs. Nice. Feel that stretch. Notice the muscles you're using, maybe even in the front, even in that psoas in the front already, in the right. Now back. Warrior 2. Lengthen through your front leg. Trikonasana, triangle. If triangle is too much right now, rest your hand on your leg or on your shin. If you can, ease your arm down. Coming to your full triangle, core is tight, head is relaxed. Triangle, Trikonasana. Let's bring the breath in. Bring the right arm down first. Remember, it doesn't have to come, the fingers don't have to come all the way to the floor. I just want to feel that good stretch in the back and up the side. I want to notice my core. Then bring the breath in. Inhaling up to your triangle. Exhale, come to your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhaling, triangle. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, triangle. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale back, warrior 2. Nice. Now we've stretched and opened up the psoas and helped to lengthen that on the opposite side. Let's do it on this side as well. So remember, I don't want to change my legs. I mean, obviously, if you're having any pain or strain, you can always, move your foot in a little bit different direction. But my point is, you want to try to keep as much of your warrior legs as you can when you bring that right arm forward. So you're kind of rotating through the hips so that you feel that pull, that good tension in the psoas and the hip flexor on the right. Keep putting weight into that front foot. If you can, lift the arms up. This is your warrior one, remember? And back, warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Always when you're in your warrior 2, look back and kind of check your arms. Very deceiving how we can think we're nice and level, and we look back and we're down. And it's not because we can't lift it, we just are not paying attention. Let's do that again. Right arm forward, lift the arms up. Such a great stretch. Love this one. Warrior 1. And release. Warrior 2. Nice. Bring that arm back. Now I'm lifting my heel in the back and pressing it down so that my toes are looking forward, and I ease down. Whether I help myself on my leg or not, it's up to you. And then step forward. Lift and place. Uttanasana. Forward fold, your slow reverse swan dive, and your hands marry at heart center. Who is it you need to send love out to? Who needs your love today? Maybe it's you. Have you given yourself a little bit of love lately? Remember, there should be something every day that we do just for us. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be expensive. But do something for you every day. Okay, so I want you to come with me to squats. You know, we're building back strength. A lot of us, it's been a while since we've done yoga. And I know y'all love these squats, so I never want to leave them out. So and Emily loves squats. So put your feet underneath your hips. And I want you to start to press your sit bones back so that you keep your knees on top of your feet. It's just like I'm sitting into a chair that unfortunately is not there. And I want to pay attention to tension because this takes a little bit of work, right? So sometimes when we are concentrating so hard, we create tension in our face. So keep your face nice and relaxed, soften through your shoulders, but keep tension, that good tension in your core and your glutes. Of course, your upper thighs. You're going to start to feel this before long. Nice. Maybe a little further if I can, pushing that buttocks back and down. Again, keeping the knees on top of the feet. Maybe here I can extend my arms out. So shoulders are soft. Now, remember we just talked about this a few minutes ago. When I hover, I work a little bit more. This is more challenging. So if I need my hands on my legs, I can do that. But if I want to challenge, I'm going to extend those arms out. If I want to challenge even more, I'm going to drop the left arm down, lift through the right. And I'm not putting too much weight in that left hand unless I need to. Because remember, less weight, more challenging. Should be burning a little bit in your quadriceps and thighs now. Now coming back, right arm down, left arm up. Keep pressing the buttocks back and down. Breathe. And lift. Now we're going to pulse just a little bit. Come up just a tad. Reach out. Come down. Come up. Remember, not all the way up. Come down. Keep the knees on top of the feet. Come up. Come out. A few more. Up. And out. Can we do 2 more? Up. And out. Paying attention to tension. This should feel great. 1 more. Extend out. Nice. Hands to heart center. Come on up. Should notice your quads. Good job. Okay, balance. So, standing in a nice posture. Feet underneath knees, knees under hips, hips under shoulders. Remember, joint on top of joint. So always think like a ladder. You know, the rungs of the ladder are one on top of the other. When you're leaning, you're putting weight. You're compromising something. So we need to keep upright, but when we move, don't lean. So if I can lift my leg up, and maybe I keep my toes on the floor. But I want the crown of the head to the ceiling as I lift. The more I lift, obviously, the more I'm going to feel it in my outer thigh. I'm using my core here. I'm creating tension in the leg I'm on. But more importantly, and you've heard me say this, I know, a million times, but we're teaching the brain a new norm. So we're practicing being better at balance, which all of us need to do. No matter how young we are, we need to practice balance. So here we come into our 5-pointed star. Maybe I can lift through the leg here, bending that knee so the leg is bent and the leg is parallel to the floor. Maybe I can bring it forward and into my piriformis stretch, so good for sciatic nerve pain. Maybe from here, I want to challenge coming into my piriformis squat. Remember, buttocks is back and down, knee is on top of foot. Breathe. And release. Shake it out. Same thing on the opposite side. Okay. Catch your breath if you've lost it. Modify as needed. Remember, I'm trying to keep in a nice straight line. Crown of the head to the ceiling. I'm not leaning as I lift through that leg and really utilize that outer thigh and the glutes. The more I lift, maybe my foot's pointed, maybe it's flexed, whatever is best for me, whatever is best for you. Maybe I come into that 5-pointed star now. And we know with movement, with vision, things get a little trickier. So if I really want to put some challenge into this, I'd bring my vision up or maybe even over to my hands. And I see how important vision is with balance. Maybe I bend through the leg and lift. And I know I need to use my core. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Bringing the leg forward if you can, coming into your piriformis squat. Maybe you just stay right here. Maybe. That's good enough. You're still on one leg. You're still practicing balance. It's just here. This is a little more challenging. Makes me utilize my core a little more. I'm lifting through my heart. I'm relaxing through my shoulders and my face. Drawing the knee back so it stays on top of the foot, pressing the buttocks back and down. Breathe. And release. Remember, like anything else, practice makes better. We're not competing, but we do want to train that brain that it can be just as normal to be on one foot as it does two, because then when you have to be on one foot for whatever you're doing, then you're stronger. You're able to do it without falling. Okay, let's come to the floor on the mat. Once again, bring the arms skyward. Swan diving down. Keep your back long, keep your core tight. Relax through your head and neck. Let your fingers just travel wherever they wish. Maybe they make the floor, maybe they don't. Nice. Feel that good stretch in the back. Feel that great stretch down the gluteus and the hamstrings. Such a good thing to stretch those hamstrings, especially after sitting. You know, they can really make us think we have a lot of back issues, and it's really tight hamstrings. It's so important to keep them stretched. Let your weight aid you here. Really let the weight of the upper body just dangle. You can even grab onto your elbows and just kind of gently twist. But this is such a great thing to do. You should feel your glutes and your hamstrings right now. Okay, hands back down. Set one knee down and the other. Release the legs out from underneath you. Bring the hands back behind you. Your feet are hip width apart. Right underneath your shoulders. Again, if you have wrist issues, you can always make a fist if you need to. But I want you to lift up your buttocks and just hold here for a moment. Keep your core nice and tight. Really press into the hands, stretching through the arms here. You should feel that. Core is tight. Buttocks is just hovering over the mat. Maybe I can extend the left leg out, lift up, really stretching through the arms and the biceps here. Obviously, the more I lift the buttocks, the more stretch I feel in the biceps and arms. Maybe I can lift that leg up and back in and down. Need to rest and set the buttocks down. Do so. Again, hands right under shoulders, feet hip width apart. Maybe I'm extending the leg out now. Rotate through ankles if you would, anytime. Motion is lotion. Maybe I'm lifting the leg up. Really feel those arms here. Bending in and coming back. Nice. Bend through your elbows if you want a little tricep work here. Holding for a moment, core is tight. And then ease down. Nice. Release the back onto the mat. And lift the legs skyward. Now we're in an inversion. And I know you're doing a lot of watching me since this is especially virtual. But when you're in an inversion, you don't want to look from side to side. You want your gaze skyward because you never want to compromise the cervical spine. Now, if you're new to your yoga practice and you're not used to inversions and you want to sit up and watch me for the first time, or maybe this inversions aren't for you, that's fine. This is one of the easiest inversions up the wall pose. We did this last week. You can literally be up against the wall with your legs and your sit bones. You can take a towel and roll it and put it up underneath your lower back for comfort. But this is so beneficial, allowing the circulation to flow back down without a whole lot of work. So inversions are great. They can be really good for headaches, a lot of things, hemorrhoids, a lot of things. But they might not be for everybody. So something to think about. If you come into it and you don't like it, that's fine. But while you're here, you can rotate through ankles, wiggle through toes, open the legs up. This is a very mild, usually a pretty easy inversion. If you want to move on with me, remember, keep the gaze to the ceiling. So as I move on, maybe I want to bring the legs forward. And if I need to push the hips, I can. Coming into plow pose, I'm bringing the legs up and over. You can decide how much. Your feet and your toes touch the floor, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine too. The main thing is to keep your gaze to the ceiling. Draw the navel back to the spine. This is your plow pose. You can stay again right here. Or if you want to bend through your elbows, place your hands at the base of your back like a tripod to your pelvic bones and lift the legs up. You came right into your shoulder stand because you're standing on your shoulder blades, the base of your shoulders. This is called the queen of all postures because it totally reverses blood flow in about 3 minutes, which you can work up to. You don't have to be here this long. This is so good. It's the heart. We were talking about the heart earlier. This gets the heart a break. It doesn't have to pump so hard. You're letting the blood reverse down, come to the head. A lot of people really like this. The headaches, people say it helps a lot of things, actually, but that's why it's called the queen of all postures. Now to come out, you ease back into plow pose. Legs flow back down. Use your core as you slowly come down with the legs and the buttocks back into up the wall. Now, maybe that was way too advanced for you. If it is, that's fine. You can stay right here. Bend through your knees and open your arms up and allow those knees to flow over to the left as your gaze flows to the right. This is your twist, your gentle twist, just like we did in the beginning. We're just leaning down now. Such a great way to open up the spine. Believe it or not, you're actually helping your digestive system. So think about the manipulation of the inner body. All right, now use your core. I want you to tighten your core, lift your legs up and allow them to float to the opposite side. Your gaze to the left now. Breathe. Again, I want you to tighten through your core. This keeps you from putting your back. So use your core, tighten, and then lift, knees up. Now give them a hug. Maybe you're staying right here. Maybe you want to challenge a little more, lifting your nose up towards your knee, getting a little deeper stretch here. And release one leg down and the other. Come to Shavasana. Shavasana is just a posture where you just let the full body relax. They also call this corpse pose, because the body just falls into the position that it wants to assume. So don't hold any tension anywhere. Just let the body flow into the mat. Become truly a part of the mat. As you go to this quiet, deep relaxation, a few moments, allow the breath to be the vehicle. Take you into that. Start to concentrate on your breath. Start to center on your heart. Think of releasing or out, receiving. Your attention back to your really allow yourself to feel that love. Feel that love that's being sent your way. As you take the next deep breath in, think of a cleansing breath, of bringing love, joy, positivity, and peace. As you let go of that breath, all those things that you're covering that are keeping you things. So that cleanse deeply. Start to bring movement in the body. With movement, have appreciation for that movement. Be able to turn through the ankles, through the wrists. Be able to lift the arms off the mat. Maybe stretch through the neck. Things that we do every day, but we don't take time to appreciate. Do appreciation. And then as you take your next breath in, rotate onto one side or the other, and as you breathe out, push with the opposite arm. Bring yourself back to that seated position where we all started. Believe it or not, under an hour ago. The same position, same mat, same place. We are not stronger, more confident. We're more filled with love. Now we're able to share Your hands to heart. Low cost, some stuff. No, maybe the entirety of this. Be good. Help these things. Today's practice. If you go out now, share them with others. Remember, we are always the squad. So that I love you and I thank you so much. Precious time with me. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Thanks, Angie.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, Angie.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Angie.
Angie.
Great, Angie.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Be good. Be safe.
Namaste.
Namaste.